Hello, my name is Alessandro Macarrone, and this is my project, EnviroSense. EnviroSense is a smart environmental monitoring system that aims to provide a solution for real-time monitoring of temperature, humidity, and gas levels. By leveraging a cutting technology, EnviroSense offers a comprehensive platform for users to track and manage environmental factors efficiently. Now I'm going to show the application, how my application works, my project works. And then here you can see that I got the home page where I'm displaying information of both sensors that I'm using to collect data. So in one side we have the DHT11 sensor, is for temperature and humidity. And on the other side we got the MQ135 info. That is a sensor for gas levels. And then we got on the left panel, we got the MQ135 sensor data. We got also below the DHT11 sensor data and the analytics. Let's jump into the 135 sensor data. As you can see here, we got the gas level value and the time and date when this value was collected. And for this purpose, I'm showing that is a real-time data collection. So you see the hour when this was collected and date, and it's every 5 seconds will update the data collection, the information, and then we got the range filter, so you can filter by um, uh, date range. So in this case, March 1st to 28th, and you'll see that all the data that is displaying is in within this range time. All right. So now here we have also table view. It's this DHT11 sensor, same thing as temperature and humidity. And in here we got the analytics. In the analytics we got all those graphs. So we got for the temperature, with humidity, gas levels, and also I combined some other charts just for visualization purposes. And in here you can see when this was collected, and you'll see more graph of the all the information, all the values collected. For language and tools, I use Arduino IDE. This allows me to program my microchips. Also, I use the ESP8266 module, which is a Wi-Fi module that allows me to push um, the data to my database wireless. I use the DHT11 sensor, which is a temperature and humidity sensor, and also an MQ135 sensor that measures different gases concentration in the air. I also use SAMP local server to set up my local server and collect and house all that data. I use a PHP script to create a communication between the module, the ESP8266 module, and my SQL database. Of course, I use MySQL database as data management system, and I also develop a web app where that allows users to visualize all the environmental data collected from the sensors. The implementation, I start using initially I was thinking only collect temperature and humidity information, but then I also decide to monitor the gas levels on the air. And I was thinking to develop a app application and a web app application. However, I wasn't able to because of time frame it was too short. I wasn't able to do both, so I decided to go over the web application, and I decided to use a React front end to develop and create a really nice interactive interface. Um, this is my some of the pictures that I took in the process. So this is the first prototype I have and I used to start when I started collecting data. Then I found some cases for these modules on online, and I printed out. And as you can see there, the two modules, the two sensors have like a case, so you can locate it in different locations. And My technological changes, I think um, I start using a Arduino one, and I found a lot of issues there because the wireless connection. So I wanted to be wireless. So in order to do that, I have to implement some other chips and microchips to do that. So I decided to go over the ESP8266 module, that is a Wi-Fi module where I can connect all the sensors. I used also SAMP as a local server, and I created PHP scripts to um, do a connection between my module and my database. I am within the period of time, I was looking for refine my code base to improve the efficiency of the data that was collecting, and also I create a nice database tables to collect the proper information. Finding results, first of all, the data collection was successfully collected. That was the first thing I did, and I was checking that all the temperature was properly collected. And then I jumped into the data integration. So I was after getting all that information, I needed to be saved in my local database. So I implemented PHP script to send all that information to my SQL database and host it in the SAM local server. And then I create a web application where is user-friendly web application, and also I use a data visualization graphs to in order to show all the database, all the information collected in the database. Technical challenges. One of the major issues that I encountered was while I was putting together the components, the electronic components. I think because of my lack of knowledge on electronics, I have some issues wiring the sensors to the modules, and I was not getting the proper data. But I overcame this by looking online, doing some research about how to wire this properly, and then eventually after that, I have really showstopper issue. There was the coarse connection issues, and it was like when I tried to fetch the data with the local database server, I wasn't able to get that information, and I look around and I finally find out that I need to install some packages, but only the packages I have also to update the PHP code in order to point to a different root host when you're executing the system. Okay. In the web application development, I also find some technical challenges, and one was the libraries. I got some problems with find the proper libraries to put together the UI, and also to implement the charts and graphs. That was take me a lot of time to find the proper libraries and frameworks to do that. My biggest success, I think, is successfully implement the full system. Putting all together since the electronic part, and then program that, and then create a local server, and then push that information there, and then I create a web app, your user interface, to pull that data and display it properly. That was definitely a biggest success for me. And also create a functional user-friendly web application is also a really nice and good success, and it definitely helped me to improve my development skills, the front-end development skills. And my biggest disappointment, of course, was my challenges with the course connection. It was really frustrating because it took me like a week to figure it out, a way to fix it, and also the graph, the UI data visualization. I have a lot of issues to to find the proper library in order to pull that data out and make it nice and good looking. And but I ended, of course, finding the solution, and this helped me a lot to improve my skills as a developer. If I would have to start this project over, I definitely will go over and do more research before starting buying any electronic components. I waste a lot of money doing it, and definitely if I would have more knowledge of it, I will definitely save some money. And then for the UI or UX, interface that I develop, I think also do a deep research on technologies, which ones are easier to use, and some information about the libraries, how to use them, which ones are the newest one, and so on. And to conclude my project, developing this EnviroSense project definitely has been challenging, but is a really rewarding journey for me. Putting all this together, put the hardware components together, the software system, and the web technologies together, um, I really feel that this for me was an amazing experience, and the fact that I have successfully created a comprehensive solution for real-time environmental monitoring is something that really satisfied me. So thank you so much.